What's up, y'all? I'm gonna plug the mic in. Hold on.
What's up, John? What's going on with y'all, man? Let me put this thing up. All right, the link's in the comments if y'all want to join the box, man. Yeah, what's going on with you, John? Yeah, I try not to drink fake sodas. I always try and get the shit with the real sugar in it. I really didn't even know about that shit, you guys, until maybe the last couple of years, and I really became aware of it. Like, what? Like, motherfuckers are even giving us fucking fake pop? Like, shit blew my mind, man. I didn't know that fructose was like it was what they used, you know what I'm saying, instead of real sugar with their sodas that they give us in America. It's always some bullshit, you know, even down to the pop. That shit fucked me up though. So I always make sure that I drink soda with real sugar in it, man. Yeah, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm gonna blaze this CBD with y'all, man. Got the CBD from my guy. Yep, Saturday cigar time, motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell a story today, but I'm not gonna do it on a live. I feel like it's bad quality, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna tell a war story today after the live is over. And it's gonna be an extension of the last story I told, because it's really four stories in one. And it's about like probably like 10, 11 parts. We're already to part five of one story. Now we're gonna jump to the next story, which is gonna be Crackhead Bougie. So pay attention. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the story about Crackhead Bougie today because I can't tell the story in a. It has to be told in a certain order. The more I thought about it, I was like, nah, I can't tell this part and then that part and then that part and not that part. It doesn't even matter if one of them happened before the other, any of that shit, because there's just the storyline just has to be what it is, you know. So I realized, like, in all four parts of the story, I can't just tell them randomly. It has to be in a certain sequence because, you know, a lot of you guys have short attention spans. So I gotta, like, you know, make it as easy as possible for y'all to understand. But yeah, what's up? Who wants to get in the box, man? Who wants to get in the box? Who feels like they got something to get off their chest? Who feels like they got something interesting to say? What's up, Goon Mac? Where you from? Where are all you guys from? What's up, Derek? I know you're from Duluth. It's weird up there in Duluth, man. Everything's like on a steep ass hill. It's cool though. I never seen the ocean, so Lake Superior is the closest I've seen. You know, seems like an ocean. You can't see the other side of it, but it's not. But it's the largest body I've ever seen. Is Lake Superior up there in Duluth, man. But yeah, where you guys from, man? Don't fucking be strangers, man. I'm not having that shit around here. You know, John Rod, you're from Mexico. right? Jay Bird, what's up, man? Same old shit, just smoking this CBD with y'all, man. Tell y'all a story today. But I'm not going to do it, well, you know, on the StreamYard. The link's up there too, Jay Bird. If you want to get in the StreamYard, you're more than welcome, man. You know? I'm trying to think if I've ever seen you over there in the box. I think I've seen you over there at the Dirty Nation in the box. I might be wrong, though. Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. You know? Just chilling, man, today. Realizing more and more that I was anti-socialist. But you know what? It's not that I'm anti-social. It's that people rub me the wrong way. And I don't know, man. It happens too often, you know? And I'll be letting shit slide sometimes. And not saying shit sometimes when I feel like I should. Like, what the fuck did you say to me? Motherfucker. Like, and it's like, man, I just can't do it every day, everywhere I go. But that's how the world's gotten, where everybody's like hella disrespectful, man. Hella disrespectful. Man, next time somebody does that shit, I'm not holding back on them at all. I don't care if it's a waitress. Obviously, you guys know I don't care if it's a cop. I don't give a fuck who it is. The next motherfucker that does some out-of-pocket ass shit, I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of them instead of letting them embarrass the fuck out of me. Because that's what happens, y'all. Somebody will do some shit to me, and instead of me checking them, I'll get embarrassed. That they done did some bitch shit to me. I'll start like sweating, my body temperature start going up, start getting kind of flush, kind of red and shit. Like, why am I? Fuck it, I'll just, and you know what? If I would have cussed that person out, none of that shit would happen to me. None of those effects would happen. It only happens to me when I try and hold shit back. Is when I get all uncomfortable. I start getting like, nah, I'll make you uncomfortable. No, fuck you and fuck what you did, man. Like, and it's as simple as that. Either I can feel embarrassed or I can make them feel embarrassed. Those are the two options when somebody does some disrespectful ass shit. And I feel disrespected because now my heart rate's going up. Now my heart's thumping. You know what I'm saying? My temperature, my body temp's going up. Like why am I doing? How about why am I carrying this burden? How about I just let it the fuck off my chest and get in your face like fuck you? You know? I don't know why the fuck. I guess because I don't like always getting the cops called on me everywhere I go. I don't always want to be perceived as the bad guy. But you know what? If being perceived as a bad guy gets me respect, then fuck it. I'll rather take the respect than be the nice guy that gets disrespected. I'd rather just be the asshole out the gate if we not even play that game of you trying shit on me for anything. Come out of line about anything. Say the wrong shit about anything. Like, I actually let people slide, believe it or not. As hostile as I am, as aggressive as I am, I let people slide on occasion. Sometimes I lose sleep over that shit. I let a motherfucker slide too much, I'm not going to sleep that night. You know? I like to sleep at night. That's one thing I've realized about myself. So I shouldn't have bit my tongue the other day. I should have gave that motherfucking bitch the business, man. I should have gave that bitch the business, man. And here we go, like 48 hours later, I'm still pissed about it. So now I know I should have said something on the spot. I should have said something on the fucking spot, man. Oh, disrespectful ass bitch. And then I still gave her a tip. I shouldn't have did neither one of them. I should have slid the drink back and said, "Nah, I don't want shit. You drink it, motherfucker." I'm tired of people. Then I just would have been the asshole, though. You must want that drink. You so fucking worried about it. You know, to let me know, it was a reminder that, Nick, you're above these people. These people, man, aren't on your level, man. They're not, shouldn't even be in my presence, man. You know, that's the truth. That's the honest truth. I hate to sound arrogant like that, but that's the fucking truth, y'all. You know, that's the fucking truth. Is that motherfuckers, y'all don't even deserve to be around me. So what happened is, I go to order a beer, right? And they've seen me in this place. Maybe not this waitress. I haven't gone there a lot, but they knew who the fuck I was. I think at least a couple of people in there knew, like, that dude's been in here a gang of times. Like, okay. So I order the beer. I sit down, start trying to do a live stream, and she interrupts me. And she's like, "Oh, excuse me. Could I get a card?" And I'm like, "What?" Because I kind of moved back from everybody. Because I'm antisocial before Corona, right? So I guess it was where I was sitting was like uh, red flag to somebody who's gonna run out on a tab, right? Mind you, I just sat down, man. I just sat down. I take a couple of sips off the beer, and she interrupts me, man. And she's like, "Yeah, can I get a card?" So I get up. I'm like, "Yeah." I give her my ID again. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I give her, and then she's like, "Oh no, I mean like a card. Like, I just got to make sure you're not gonna run off on your tab." And I'm just got to make sure I don't run off on a beer at the fucking Mall of America. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, good one, right? Just a clown ass bitch. She probably didn't even mean no disrespect, but you're a clown ass bitch for that. And I didn't even tell her. So I give her the card, and she goes and runs it. I keep all my cards locked, right? She comes back with the slip that says declined and hands me the card back and like says nothing about the situation. It's like, cool. So you're so worried about me running out on a tab. I give you a card. It says declined because it's locked, and you just hand it back, and now there's still no, and you're okay now. Where is you did all that for like security, but then still came back with no security. I mean, fuck, I could have been on some bullshit. I hand you a card that came back declined, and you're just cool with that all of a sudden, but you had to do all this bullshit and bother me and run my card, but it came back declined intentionally. And they're okay with that. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's just always some clown ass shit. So I sit down, I can't even get in my zone, ruins my whole situation. I'm like, fuck the live stream. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even, oh man, like, I can't handle people, man. Like, you're gonna play around with me? Oh, you're worried about, I come in there, oh man. My watch is like 10K. You're gonna bother, fuck you. Like, I get it. People run out on tabs, but not like me. I don't run out on tabs. If I take something, I'm gonna take it from you. I'm not gonna fucking like sneak off when you're not looking, man. Like, what? That shit was just so fucking disrespectful, man. I can't get over it. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over that shit. And I'm going to go back there too. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing, but my reaction is going to be totally different this time. And I'm going to be ready for it too. They're going to be like, oh, fuck, I fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. You got to learn how to talk to people when you're a server. If you're a bartender, you better know how to talk to people. Nah, not everything sets me off, bro. Not everything. No. But Henry, you are you got a point there. Well, I'll say that much, because I do have a short temper. But this comes from, like, I know where it comes from, man. So I'm totally cool with it. It makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, I get it. But for your average person, I guess they wouldn't understand. But I remember the day I lost my temper, and I remember exactly what happened. Because I had to trace it back. I had to be like, I'm an angry motherfucker, man. The fuck did this? What the fuck am I really angry for? So I really had to, like, trace this shit back, y'all. Right? And I traced it back to when I was a little kid, right? It's going to bug you out. It's a true fucking story, man. So I used to catch these snakes, right? I've told this story before. I used to catch these gardener snakes in my mom's garden and shit, right? So I started catching them. And because there wasn't shit else to do, right? And this is my first memories. These are my first memories of life, right? Must have been about 2-3 years old. And I'd catch these snakes and I would keep them as pets, right? And one day, I don't know, I thought they were cool. And one day, I was playing with one and the motherfucker bit me. I was like, oh. And it didn't make me bleed. It didn't even hurt that bad, but something was like, it was like, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm just going to give you the basics. But something just like hit me and I'm like, oh. And I just flipped and killed all my pet snakes. Start stomping on them, whipping them up against the house, fucking jamming sticks down their throat. I just went hard on these motherfuckers, though. Start turning them into hamburger meat. I lost it. That's the truth. That's ever since then, I've had an extremely short temper. That was about 2 or 3 years old. I was like 28 years old when I figured this out. This isn't shit you figure out right away, right? It's like 28 years old when I realized where my temper came. Like the first time I ever snapped, the first time I got mad, the first time that I ever, like, wanted to hurt something. Can you guys remember the first time you ever did some shit like that? Honestly, can you? Anybody with the temper, like, can you know where it started, when it started, why it started? Think about that. Yeah, I flipped out. I killed all my pets. Like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Liked them a lot up until that point. Yeah, it's a good question. I had to ask myself. And I didn't just ask myself this question sitting around comfortable. I was soul searching. I was doing an evaluation of like, even like talking about this shit. Y'all see how I just basically picked up a cherry of CBD and fucking just hype shit, man. Like, fucking hate talking about this shit, but I'm doing it. So now you do it. Think about it. Yeah, that's a good question. When you can trace your true origins and figure yourself out, then you've mastered, you've mastered yourself, and that's really like a lot of people struggle in life. They're trying to like master themselves, and to do that, you got to like go all the way back to the beginning of your life. The first things you can remember, the times that you were happy, and then what made you unhappy, and at what point, and things of that nature. But like you don't just figure these things out on your own. I had like a counselor in some bullshit treatment place or something like that, court ordered dumb shit like that, weed smoking shit back in the day, right? So at some point, I've been to a few different like psychological like treatment centers and things of that nature, as far as like where they break down your psychological DNA, or at least try to, and so I've learned a lot. They put me in there when I was like 15. I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm smoking weed. They got me around like heroin addicts in Hazleton and shit. Hazleton's like one of the most prominent treatment centers in the world. Okay. So they send me to Hazleton for smoking weed when I'm like 14, 15. And at that point, I learned the chemically dependent mind at a young age. Before I went to treatment, I used to just beat people up and take their weed if it came down to it. After I went to treatment, I learned to be a businessman. Going to drug treatment taught me to be a businessman on accident, because it taught me that everybody else is thinking just like you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is thinking just like you. And there's a million of them, per se. What it taught me is that none of these people are unique. None of them, as far as their addictions and as far as, shit like that, like, it's all the same. They all want more. It's all the same. So I started to, I guess, pay attention to the wrong shit. And I just started to kind of like, I just understood how addicts thought. And then I understood, wait a minute, all I got to do is smoke less than them, because they're going to come back guaranteed. I didn't know they were going to guaranteed to come back. I didn't know that till I went to treatment. They teach you how all chemically dependent minds are the same. Then all you have to do is figure out one mindset. You don't have to figure out a million different people. You figure out one mindset, and that shit is applied to a million different people. So, and in there is when I started to go back and question things and try and like go back to the origin of things, So I actually learned a lot from places like that. I never wanted to be in one of them by choice. I never choose to fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you'll learn some shit. If you have kids that are going through problems, fucking throw their ass in treatment as quick as you can. Throw their asses in treatment. They'll learn some shit. Either they're gonna learn it or they ain't. And if they don't learn it, they're really in trouble. Remember, I told you I went to treatment at a young age with like grown ass heroin addicts, all type of dope fiends, coke heads and shit. I didn't have the same problem these motherfuckers had yet. I'm just looking at these fools like, the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, man? So I saw from the beginning how bad shit gets. They did me a favor by sending me to Hazleton. It's an expensive treatment program, they paid for it. The system paid for it. So I've gotten an education from being in the system. It's just not really the kind of one that you might really want yourself, but I can represent myself in court, things of that nature. You know, I've been to trial. I did that recently. Went on a small thing instead of a big thing. You know, but I saw their ways up close. You know, like, oh, you motherfuckers, man. That's okay. So I know what to expect. I already knew what to expect, but now I really know what to expect. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna give you guys a story that's gonna be about crackhead Bougie, man. Oh, crackhead Bougie, man. You want to know what he did? I'll give you the basics. You guys want to know the basics of what this motherfucker did? It's pretty funny, I thought, but it was like, whoa, you fucked up, dog. Okay, so crackhead Bougie, man. Back in the day, right? Back in probably like 98, 99 or something like this, man. This motherfucker, I wouldn't front him any dope, right? So I'm like, this crackhead motherfucker, for some reason, flew into like a rage, right? But not on me, on my boy, Tiny, okay? So he flips out on Tiny, who's really soft as fucking baby shit, in my book, you know? He's done some things, mind you. He's put in a little bit of work here, there, hustled a lot, but he just ain't really shit, right? So, but Tiny's like my boy, though. Tiny's like my boy. He's like my best friend, right? So, and I've been carrying him along the whole time throughout all this, right? As far as shit in the street as we're kids, man, because he just really wasn't built for this shit. All the way. He'll do better than most of you motherfuckers, though. I promise you that, right? So, dudes like, man, Tiny was like, he was like a kid who, when we were kids, his mom caught AIDS from like fucking with crackheads and becoming one. So he was raised by his grandparents. He was like a disturbed child. He was like an abandoned child, but he was abandoned into a wealthy situation. His grandparents had a lot of money. They were into real estate around Lake Minnetonka and shit, right? Tiny never had to be in this life. Never had to be in this life. Now he chose that shit. Oh, it was a 100% choice. He could have did anything. This is the truth. Okay? So this fool is really kind of like a silver spoon slash had a hard life. If you could just, you know, however that works, right? But it does. So this fool has this little piece of shit car, right? I don't know why he had money. For some reason, I thought he was being low key or something, right? So this fool is like the crackhead Bougie. I'm like, man, you ain't not fronting you nothing, dog. He runs off all spun out. For some reason, he spray paints Tiny's car. And it's like a little Chevy Cavalier, like a little red Chevy Cavalier. Car ain't shit, worth $1,000 though. It's not that he spray painted the car, it's what he spray painted on the car, right? So he's all, you know, spun out on rock or whatever, and can't get no credit. And this fool gets in a rage, goes and spray paints my homie's car, which we all know each other, right? He spray paints bitch, punk, faggot, snitch, fucking every derogatory word that could fit on the vehicle. I shit you not. All over the windows, all over the car, right? So my boy pulls up on me and he's driving the car like this. And I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never seen no shit like this, right? So I start laughing. Cause I like, bro, like I start laughing, right? And he thought crackhead Pete did it. He's like, oh, look what he fucking did to my car, man. And stuff. So I laugh at him, right? But I go over to Crackhead Pete's house and I'm like, who's spray painting that car, man? Crackhead Pete don't say shit. All of a sudden, Bougie's like, I did it. I did it. And I'm like, what the? I don't even think I asked that fool why. Because I already knew why. But I just was like, oh. And before I could even help this dude in this scenario, now I already got, soon as I told him who did it, instead of doing it smart, he did some backwards ass shit. And that's the story I'm going to tell today. What happened after he spray painted Crackhead Bougie's, or after Crackhead Booge spray painted his car. What happened after that? That's the story. You guys ready for this one? Huh? I don't think you guys are, man. It's like one hater in here, man. This dude, man. You're crazy. I had a father in my life, chump. That dude's a pest, man. Get him up out of here. But yeah, man, I'm gonna hit y'all with that story in a little bit, man. I'm out of here, man. I go take care of some shit, man. But trust me, it's a good one. But you need to now have to go back and watch, because all these stories are intertwined, you know. So now you have to go back and watch the Rico case. You got to go back and watch that. It's on my playlist. Go to my playlist. It's up in the toolbar, up top. It's gonna say videos, playlist, this, that, the other, right? So go there. It's on a playlist. It's 5 parts. Go watch all 5 of them. So now you can be caught up to the situation that's happening right now. All right, y'all. I'll be on that Quentin Tarantino director shit. So you got to really keep up with this shit, man.